All right, welcome back, Prospect Live viewers. We're back with another 2020 MLB Draft player profile breakdown. Today, we're going to be going through Auburn right-hander Tanner Burns, of course, joining me today, courtesy of perfectgame.org. That is their national scouting supervisor, Brian Sikowski. Let's pull up the video here of Burns. Three-pitch mix, college guy. I feel like he almost has this Auburn delivery that he really reminds me of Casey Mize in terms of how he throws. Heavy fastballs. I feel like every time I see a Burns start, he's like 70% fastball. I don't know if I'm right on that number or not, but it certainly feels that way. But the fastball metrics are good. And I know, as we've sort of mentioned off air, he commands it really well. So what are your thoughts on Burns here? Is this a guy that's, sort of a locked-in first-round arm?
Yeah, I think it's not necessarily like a sexy profile by any stretch. It's not even necessarily like a super exciting profile, but and you and I talked about Daniel Cabrera being one of the safer bats in the class. I think Burns is one of the safer arms in the class. I don't know if the upside is necessarily that of beyond a number 3 in the rotation. Granted, if you get that, that's huge. But at the same time, I think it's a foregone conclusion that this guy will pitch in the major leagues at some point. He commands the fastball really well. The pitchability is advanced. It was advanced in high school too. He lands the breaking ball for strikes. You're seeing it there on the video a little bit. It's not a plus pitch yet. There's some who believe it has a chance to be. He throws in the mid-90s. The fastball traits are really high end. It's a bat missing type of fastball now, and he mixes in a changeup too. So even though he doesn't have overwhelming stuff, and he's not the biggest guy, and this, that, the other thing, all of the ingredients there lead up to like a number 3, number 4 type of starting pitcher at the major league level. And a guy that is projected to maybe go in the back end of the first round. If you can get that in the back end of the first round, you're having a really good draft for sure.
So despite the size, because, anytime we see a 6-foot right-hander, I think, we automatically sort of already put that, relief risk tag on him. Burns seems like a guy, despite his size, that's really not such an issue. He seems like it is a starter profile. Is that right?
Yeah. And I think he's helped, as kind of we've discovered that generating plane to the plate on your fastball is not nearly as important or effective as having that rise or that perceived vertical break or whatever on your fastball. Burns being a 6-foot guy and having those fastball traits that do that, you're seeing that, I think, as he misses bats with his fastball up in the zone, is the fact that he's not 6'6" is helping him kind of create that direct line to the plate rather than that downward plane. And the fact that he throws everything for a strike and he mixes and matches and he can pitch off of his fastball, like you said, quite a bit, and uses the secondary stuff when he has to, but for the most part is a guy who repeats and is a guy who throws strikes, and it's a full arsenal of average pitches or better than that. And yeah, I definitely think it's a starter profile right now.
There you go. Tanner Burns, our latest video here on our 2020 MLB Draft player breakdowns. We'll be back with 4 more. Thanks for tuning in.